Leo rising May 2022 looks like you could be moving abroad or taking a big international trip and having some major changes at the same time with your home and family life. If you're excited to hear more about what is coming up this May for your rising sign, do make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. If you're new, nice to meet you. I am an astrologer. I also do crypto and other weird shit, and I make videos. So do make sure that you watch this monthly forecast, and also some of the transits that I'm mentioning have their own whole dedicated videos that you can get more info on. I will be using the tropical zodiac within Western astrology, and I also tend towards Greek Hellenistic astrology for most of the techniques that I use. So starting out the month, we have a Venus-Jupiter conjunction in your 8th house. Venus and Jupiter together are the two life-giving, abundant planets, and they're in your 8th house of shared investments, finances, and things that you share with another that are really deep, profound, and could be confidential or financial. So with this happening, could be that an investment is really paying off, that you get some money back, that you get like a big tax return or something. I don't fucking know if it's the time of year for that technically, but it looks like something really positive comes through for you in your investment area of your life. Then on the 2nd, Venus is entering your Aries 9th house. So Venus representing love, harmony, abundance, but in a more like pleasure way as opposed to Jupiter being experiential. Venus entering your 9th house could mean that good news or good events are coming your way for long distance travel, as well as higher education if you're expecting good news like a graduation or an acceptance letter to a university. On the 4th through the 5th, the Sun in your 10th house will conjoin Uranus. So the Sun and Uranus together is a sudden realization or sudden breakthrough that is a bit destabilizing, but involves what you want to have happen and you're stepping up in order to quickly pivot. So it's in your 10th house of career, as if you're quickly getting a promotion, quickly having a change of plans or a realization of the path that you need to take in order to get to where you're going in your career. Could be related to this travel and this long distance move. Like you get a call, you suddenly need to move across the country and you're like, okay, that means I go with this job or do this in terms of my career. Then on the 10th, we have two major events. More short term, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in your Gemini 11th house. So Mercury representing communication, travel, things that are commerce related or communication related, is stationing retrograde in your 11th house of groups, friends, and alliances. So watch out about miscommunicating large group gathering plans. Watch out about people or organizations that are trying to communicate with you. I would avoid signing contracts, especially promises to larger groups or like networking in that way. Also on the 10th, Jupiter is entering your Aries 9th house. So Jupiter is the greater benefic. It represents more great, like really substantial growth or abundance in the area of life that it's in. And for you, it's just entering your 9th house of foreign travel to join Venus. But Jupiter will be there for about 5 months until the end of October. So this summer is likely full of either long distance travel, international studies, maybe you're getting ahead on a university degree or something really profound that you're studying on your own otherwise. But reiterated time and time again in your chart with the 9th house having a lot of growth right now. And on the 15th, a lunar eclipse in Scorpio in your 4th house of home and family looks like living situation and travel combined could mean that you are you're moving abroad basically. So yeah, on the 15th, there's a lunar eclipse in your Scorpio 4th house. Lunar eclipses are major endings that last over 6 months, so expect a catalyst event around the middle of the month to then have a wipeout ending in your 4th house of home, family, property, living situation. If you're like 17, 18, 19, maybe you're leaving for university and I see this is the long distance move and a shake up with your living situation. If you're older, could just be that you're moving abroad due to work and suddenly needing to pivot and you're saying goodbye to your family, things like that. But it's not the exact date it's happening, but you're getting the preparations due. On the 15th to 16th as well, the Sun will be squaring Saturn between your 10th and 7th houses. So this priority of your career and moving forward could be pushed forward by the fact that you're having trouble with a relationship or someone that you're in a close partnership with is being very like Scrooge-like and very realistic and you're like, but this is my goal and I'm gonna go after it. And they're like, okay, bitch, all right, but I don't sign off on it. Then on the 17th to the 18th, Mars will conjoin Neptune in your 8th house. Mars-Neptune is the spiritual warrior, the person acting with a higher cause, might not be super direct, but is very spiritual minded with a higher vision. So with it in your 8th house of investing, it could be that you donate to a charity or do something financial with a larger plan in mind that you feel very called and very morally validated to do. On the 24th, Mars then enters your 9th house. So Mars entering its home sign of Aries is very strong to conquer challenges and go after what you want done, almost as if you're taking on challenge because they're good problems to have with the developments that you're making in this 9th house of foreign travel or higher education. So expect more effort to have to go into this travel or this educational path on the last week of the month. Then on the 26th to 27th, with Venus in your 9th house squaring Pluto in your 6th house, people that you work with or your health could run into or could lead these travel plans to run into a bit of a hiccup. So last week of the month is where there's a little bit more friction. Not the end of the world, but shows that either your health or people that you work with could lead to some having to change, manipulate, and adjust your travel expectations. On the 28th, Venus then enters your Taurus 10th house. So Venus entering its home sign in your 10th house of career shows that last week of the month is pretty great for your career. The effort you're putting into moving, studying, changing this life circumstance is really paying off for recognition and benefits in your public career path. On the 29th to 30th, Mars will conjoin Jupiter in your Aries 9th house. So the growth of good problems and the effort that you're putting in looks pretty likely as we end the month. You're oh, this problem is growing because the good things are growing. Maybe you're traveling abroad, and so this means you're on the flight, you're getting your housing ready, and you're shit, I have to do this visa and pay this money. So the growth of problems because of what you're accomplishing is indicated at the end of the month. Not bad, but that's what's happening. Then on the 30th, we end with a new moon in your Gemini 11th house. New moons are new beginnings, and in your 11th house of alliances, larger groups you're a part of, it looks like a new allegiance or new network of group of people that you're committed to is starting. So if you've moved, you have a new community, new group of friends. Could be that there's a party or something end of the month and you're okay, yeah, these are my people. So if this may already make some sense and you have some predictions or things that you want to share about your own astrology and how this will be coming up for you, do let me know in a comment down below. Would love to hear what you have to share for the upcoming astrology. So the elemental oracle deck card that we have for Leo risings this month is Adventure South, the second card in this deck. Take a risk, but an educated one. Do or see something you haven't before, as experiencing something new will help to clear your mind and give wonder to your heart. Look carefully at your plan. Something may be amiss. The situation may have a happy medium. It's not all or nothing. So maybe you're traveling to this place, but it doesn't mean you're giving up your friends or ending your life where you used to be. You're just taking a risk, taking an adventure. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or anything you want to share, please do let me know down below. Also, make sure, if you have not done so already, to subscribe. And I was gonna say smash the like button, but I fucking hate when people say that. So lightly nudge the subscribe or all the buttons if you do so, if you would so please. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Take care.